Well, the NFL continues to make headlines off the field, and for the wrong reasons. The feud between Cowboys owner Jerry Jones and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell has escalated to another level. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Jameis Winston is accused of groping a female Uber driver in 2016. The NFL says it's investigating the matter. CBS Sports writer and the host of Reiter Than You, Bill Reiter, is here to talk with me more about all these topics. So tell me, I want to kick off first with the allegations against Jameis Winston. What do we know?
We know that an Uber driver claims, she's only given her first name, that she was groped by Jameis Winston in 2016, that he sat, she alleges, in the front seat of the car. She was told there'd be many people in the car. In fact, it was just him. We know that his camp has said the allegations aren't true and she can't prove or identify who it was. And we know, obviously, because of Uber's technology, that they're going to be able to certainly at least make a connection to this being his Uber account. And I think it's worth noting Jameis Winston was accused of rape when he was a college superstar. He did not face charges for that, although the accuser insisted that she was in fact a victim. There were some questions about how high he'd be drafted as a result. So maybe there's not a correlation, but it certainly doesn't look good for someone who's been under the microscope for behavior that's not appropriate toward women in the past.
Have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers responded at all?
They haven't responded yet, and they're going to let, and we sort of learned this from the Roger Goodell saga, both with Jerry Jones and a few years ago with Robert Kraft. The commissioner's office has a lot of power. I would imagine they'll work behind the scenes to try to manage the commissioner's office, and they'll wait probably with bated breath to see what the commissioner's office finds in this investigation and what, if any, punishment they decide to bring down.
Okay, speaking of Roger Goodell, what is the beef between Roger Goodell and Jerry Jones?
Powerful men and women who want to be the most powerful people where they're at. In this case, two men who go head to head against each other. And what really is a war are typically not going to get along. Jerry Jones, obviously, his player Ezekiel Elliott has been suspended by the commissioner and the commissioner's office for allegations of domestic violence that he says aren't true. And Jerry Jones expected that Roger Goodell, who he helped become commissioner when he took that job, was going to be more loyal and wasn't going to mess with Jerry. Jerry, at least until this battle, was the most powerful owner in the NFL. And it turns out we all thought Jerry Jones in a battle against Goodell would win. He's losing. And when you do that, and when you lose that kind of a battle, it changes the dynamic. And suddenly Jerry finds himself losing the respect and the support of many of his owners. And he's lashing out, and I think he's trying to preserve his place in the league.
Where do you think this goes?
I think it can go a lot of different directions. I think it's certainly possible that, Jerry Jones has threatened to bring about a lawsuit.
Wow.
That's a real threat. He has told, according to reporting that came out today, he apparently threatened Roger Goodell, I will mess with you, you don't know who you're messing with. And Roger Goodell has the power, although it's a nuclear option, to bring out a clause in the contract among NFL owners to call for a vote to have Jerry Jones removed as owner. So you've got all these threats and counter threats and leaked reports about each other that make each other look bad. I think it's going to get uglier before it gets better.
Wow. Talk about off-the-field drama, huh?
Big time.
I want to ask you, though, before we go, we're going to end on a happy note. What are your fantasy football picks as we kick it off?
All right, I've got three good ones. All right, so Alex Smith, I know people are starting to doubt the Chiefs a little bit. They've lost 3 of 4, but Alex Smith is still one of the surprise stories of the year. His offense is incredible. He's throwing the ball down the field. He's averaging 24 fantasy points per game in the CBS Sports Fantasy Leagues. This is a must pick up. And Jay Ajayi obviously was a great running back, gets traded out of Miami, and he has been absolutely incredible in his first week in Philly, and it's just going to get better. He's learned the offense. The guy has twice in his career rushed for 200 yards, so he's a guy. And I'm going to give you a sleeper. I'm going to give you somebody who's
you know I love those sleepers.
No one else is paying attention. Rex Burkhead is the guy. He got a lot of buzz earlier in the year, but because of the platoon situation with that team, people didn't know if he was going to get a lot of snaps. He's had 51% of the snaps lately. I think he's someone that's not going to be paid attention to, but you're going to look smarter than the people you're competing against if you go with Burkhead.
Okay, we're going to check back and see where you are with these picks.
All right, hold me to it.
Bill Reiter, thank you for joining us, Bill.